Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Three Different Dads. It's been a while when that all three of us were here. I was on Spotify looking to see the last time we were all together, and then I ran out of time. So, because actually, the last episode we had, it wasn't all three of us. It was Tyler, Superfan, Megan, and myself. So we're all back. We're all here, ready to go. How are you guys doing?
What date was that?
That was November. That was November. That it
couple
was. Yeah.
couple month
The key to this
hiatus.
thing is consistency.
I will tell you, I forgot how many episodes we put out. Like we put a Jimmy amount of episodes out. We were at double fives.
Dude,
That
yeah.
was that, and you were there for that one.
Famous 55s, and he wasn't even there.
Yeah, the last time all three of us were together was almost exactly a year ago, August 21st.
Damn.
Look at that
So,
for the
so
people.
every year, as long as we come
Leave
together
them
every.
wanting a little more.
I will tell you, the super fans are excited that we're. I don't want to say we're back because all we've talked about was recording this one, and I don't want to put any pressure on us. So we're here right now. So enjoy us right now because you never know. You never know when we're going to be back. It'd be a surprise all the time.
It's very true.
That's right.
Yeah.
Very true.
That's right.
One update. I completely forgot until I saw Tyler on Friday that Tyler was doing our stats for the Perrysburg varsity football team. And I saw Tyler there. I'm like, oh yeah, hell yeah, Tyler. I forgot. I texted with you a little bit, but how was your first go around? I know it was kind of practice, but how'd you feel?
Uh felt felt like I didn't know what I was doing, which was very much expected. So I was glad there was a scrimmage.
Yeah.
By later in the game, I started actually knowing what I was doing. So yeah, it's not too bad. It's just like anything. You just gotta give it some tries on the new software. But it's also funny that I've actually never officially done any stats for football. So
Okay.
that'll be also fun to learn. The good news is I don't have to determine like the sacks and assists and everything. I talked to the head coach. I was texting him some additional questions because he checked in yesterday at how it went, and I told him same thing. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do a few more practice games, get ready for Friday. I'll be confident by then. But I specifically asked him. I said, now refresh my memory. You told me right, like I don't have to do defensive stats, right? He's just like, well, if you want to enter them, you can, but he's like, there's really no pressure because he's like, we track the defensive stats after film.
Mm.
So I was like, okay, that makes more sense because I'm like, in a live game setting, I don't know how you would like, especially if it was like a sack where you're giving out half sacks. You could not
Yeah.
determine that in a live game setting. There's no way you could.
Oh,
Not yet.
Um,
not yet.
Not
Couple
yet.
games under your belt, and you're there.
Also, with offense, at least like, all right, was that 5 or 6 yards? And you just look at the scoreboard and it says, second and five. You're like, oh, okay, it's 5 yards. So
Yeah. My other thoughts or takeaways was no AC in the press box. Kind of surprised me. Little hot the other
yeah,
day.
yeah,
So I'll be bringing a mini fan if the temperature doesn't decrease by next week. Also, you can tell the glass in there has never been cleaned, like, or at least hasn't been cleaned this year because it's filthy dirty. So you couldn't even like try and see out of it if you were really trying. All the windows were open up there anyway, but
yeah. We used to
also,
we used to be able to take them out, and then they got mad at us for taking them out.
oh, well, that's
Yeah,
stupid.
yeah. Also,
My
sorry.
last thought was my eyesight is continuously declining because the numbers were very hard to read for me. So I will be bringing a pair of binoculars as well.
All right.
Another thought that I thought of is it will be helpful when like the rest of the people are in the press box because you know how like in game like the play-by-play guy or not the play-by-play but the announcer for the
Yeah,
stadium will say tackled by 55 Jim Hutchison.
yeah.
Uh, that will be
That.
helpful. Yeah, that will be helpful because again, that way if I think I see something, somebody else can confirm it for me.
Mm.
So
What
Yeah.
what stats are you tracking?
it's like it's similar to what I did with baseball was it's a live play-by-play app. And so, you drop back to pass, Jim, you're a five-star quarterback. I hit a pass icon and then you throw it to Lorenzo at tight end number 88, whatever. I click 88, and then there's this little it's the equivalent of a slide bar, but I say, okay, the ball was on the 40. Lorenzo got out to the 46, gained 6 yards, and you hit next. And it's tracking, then you would get the completion, Lorenzo would get the
So you don't
reception,
do
6 yards.
pancakes or anything.
No, I don't.
Just
I
gas
didn't
up the boys on the
see.
line, dude. Just
So I didn't
just keep
see an
throwing a
option.
couple.
Yeah, I didn't see an option for a pancake block. Lorenzo, the funny thing was, so I think it was the second series or whatever that St. John's had the ball that it got tipped straight in the air, and the defender took obviously intercepted it and took it to the house. And I was just staring at the app. I'm like, I do not know how to put that in there at all. And then I realized, because I was thinking, do I have to put tip? Like, what do I do? Well,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
it's
Just
obviously
intercept.
not that hard. I hit
Yeah.
interception, and then there's a button at the bottom for touchdown. So
All right.
again, as I was going through it, I was feeling a little better. So yeah.
All I'm saying, Ty, is because Perrysburg has that stud offensive lineman, he's going to get love. But let's start recording pancakes for the other boys on the line and maybe getting a
Couple more
Scally
offers.
offer here and there.
Yeah.
I think it'll be hard because let's just say the roster that I was staring at, he's the stud that you're referring to. I think it says he's 6'5", 285,
Yeah.
which jumps out when you're probably a recruiter, is like, oh, this is a big kid. I probably need to look at some film and see. Everybody
Well,
else,
yeah.
I think, was like maybe 6'2".
What did you see?
Okay.
No, did you see the height of our center?
No, I missed it. So it didn't
Yeah.
stick out on paper. So
He's probably about 5'7", but
5'10", maybe.
I think he's the strongest kid on the team, and just manhandles people. So
who's the small little running back?
Liam, his name's Liam. Yeah,
Liam. Okay. I wasn't, and again, so
he's
Jim,
a little bowling
obviously,
ball. He's a little bowling ball.
don't blame me for not knowing names, because
No, you're good.
the coach warned me too. He's just like, by the way, we're doing the classic, like, we're not wearing our true numbers because we don't want to put anything on film before week 1. And I'm like, that's fine. I figured.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I didn't know anybody. Like, there was points in the game where, like, a lineman number was catching a receiver, and I'm like, okay, this is fun. So anyway,
Jimmy, I called Tyler. I don't know. This is probably about a month ago now. I called him, and my first thing I said was, "Don't worry, this is not the annually.
This is not the annual.
Do you want to coach? Come
you're
coach
coaching,
football."
yeah.
I probably called him
10
every
years
August for the past 10 years. Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
I agree with that statement. I told that to Jim last night. We were playing some video games last night. I told him how I was starting to do stats, and I was like, yeah, Lorenzo calls me every year. And every year I feel so bad because I never can coach. And he said, but this year he's just like, hey, got something different for you. And I was like, oh, I can actually do stats because I can show up after work and do that. So yeah.
What video games are you guys playing?
We downloaded the new Battlefield 6, the beta version.
Yeah.
It's free, and they're obviously just testing it to the masses, and there's a lot of hype around it. Jim and I are not really Call of Duty. We're more Battlefield people because we hate it with Call of Duty. The people that run around.
We played Call of Duty Friday, and some guy was just running around like could not be touched, knew exactly where we were hiding the entire time.
He was also a goat. He had the face of a goat, and when he would kill you, the goat would like get into a goat stance and headbutt you like as a finishing move. So Jim and I, we just kept calling bullshit because we're like, I know I'm not like, decimating him, but I'm at least putting bullets on this guy, and he would just always just kill us. Yeah. So
I'm sorry.
New Call of Duty is a little bit more realistic.
New Battlefield.
Sorry, whatever.
Those are two different games.
Yeah, Jim's fighting words right there. But yeah, so we're excited for Battlefield. We played Battlefield during COVID. Jim, Rick's brother-in-law. We had a nice little squad of 4, and we ran around for, I'll say, days, months on end during COVID, like just decimating people. But
nice.
Yeah, so we're excited for the new Battlefield. That's
Okay.
a plug for Battlefield.
I'm sure they'll
There
love it
was a game
from
that
such an
I
infrequent
tried to get our
podcast.
group to play, and but no one jumped on it. There
What
was
was it?
a hostage game.
Yeah.
God, Ty, do you remember the name of that game?
No, you sent me the
But
video clip. It looked pretty sweet, and there is some good press on that one too. But yeah,
you're like the SWAT team going in, and there's a bunch of different scenarios, and it's like all real. Like you're not supposed to kill the person. You're not supposed to like
well, there's
do
some
all this type
people,
of stuff.
yeah, like the videos show like there's people with their hands up, and all of a sudden they'll drop their hands and like reach for a gun, and you're just like, what?
Yeah,
What in what is this? What is this on? Or it doesn't matter. It's on everything or what?
it's cross. It was on cross platform. Ready or Not was the name
Ready
of
or
it.
not? That's it.
Okay.
Yep. That
Supposed to.
sounds
It's intense.
That
Like
sounds
there's
fun.
like mental hospitals. There's like meth labs that they go into. Yeah, crazy shit. So
I'm gonna have to look at that.
yeah,
Sparks and I play
this was
Fortnite.
pretty intense.
Fortnite with each other. Maybe we can change up our game. I'll play Ready or Not with you, Jimmy.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we
Forget
go.
Tyler.
I appreciate that.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Although Tyler did say it looked fun, but he probably was afraid to say it when you were all in the group together.
It looked good.
100%.
It looked good. I don't know. I feel like we have it. We just got, or I just finally got a PS5 a couple months ago, and so selfishly I was like, I don't know if I want to spend more money yet on a brand new game.
Yeah.
And then
How was that conversation, by the way?
it was actually great.
Was it?
Yeah, because I was just like, and she knows I used to play video games. But I was just like, you think I could swing this? Like, could we get in maybe a little newer TV? Because like the TV also in the
Oh, a
basement.
TV too. Oh,
Well, dude, that's the thing though. Okay, so the TV was like $300. We just got like a cheap TCL
yeah.
TV.
Mhm.
It's 55, 65 inches. I forget what it is, but it's like it's fine, dude. Like
Yeah.
TVs are so freaking cheap nowadays. It's crazy. So anyway, yeah, so she got a new TV for the basement, and her big thing was she wants Emmett to play in the basement more.
Oh,
So
okay.
she's like, yeah, she's like that'll work because she's like that way we'll get a nice TV for Emmett, a smart TV because the last one wasn't a smart TV, so she can watch like Netflix or whatever with Emmett down there.
Sure.
So it worked. It worked
So
well.
you can play video games, and then as he's coming across the screen, just use your foot and nudge him out of the way. Like, not right now. Not right now.
Watch
bet-
extremely violent people being blown up all over the place.
Yeah.
Smart.
Beautiful.
Smart.
Yeah. It won't affect his brain at all. All right.
Not at all. Not at all. I mean, he gets a heavy dose of Miss Rachel, so that is one of my
Counters that.
developments after the last year because obviously it's been a year since we last chatted. So Emmett has turned a year, and he has a love for a lady named Miss Rachel, who I did not know who Miss Rachel was. Jim probably still doesn't. Think of Miss Rachel as the
I know
modern-
who she's the most popular person, I feel like, on the planet.
Oh
Yeah. Yeah.
She's the modern day Mr. Rogers, but on YouTube, now on Netflix. She has a second season, I think, coming out on Netflix. Like I looked up the net worth because I was like, this lady's just got to be rolling in the money. $17 million last year, something stupid. So
You think we could do something like that? Like just call it like dads. And then it's just like kids are watching dads do things like, hey, watch us as we mow the lawn. Tyler likes to use his riding lawnmower, and then you just use your little riding lawnmower. Jimmy likes to use his robot lawnmower, and then and then it's just different things. Different dads doing different
Jimmy
things.
pays Jose.
Jimmy pays Jose. Watch Jose cut my lawn.
Hey, they got to know these things.
In Texas, it is too hot to cut your own lawn, so we pay people to do it.
These people are more acclimated to the weather.
Yeah, I don't see that. It's
Take
an
it off.
idea.
All right.
Yeah.
Dude, I have a business idea that I told Andrea that I want to do. Well, first of all, I hope at some point my podcast at least makes me a little bit of money to not be in the red every month. But second, and I'm only saying this because we'll get 14 listeners, but and maybe a couple of those listeners would be like, "That's dumb," or "You can't do it for this reason," or whatever. Um, people, there's rental companies that rent everything, right? If you have a party, here's a tent, tables, chairs, so like plateware, all this stuff, right? I always see posts, and maybe I don't know if you guys do or don't, but I always see posts here on our Perrysburg Facebook page for people looking for driving maneuverability cones. And I told Andrew, I was like, can we rent out driving maneuverability cones? People are always looking for them. You can get them from the library, but a lot of people, I don't know, I don't know if that's just
There's a heavy demand
Is
for
that the
driver
business? You get it from the library for free and then charge people for it?
I didn't think about
It's a
that.
I
great
like that.
business.
No, but I don't think suburb people will be driving to Toledo to pick up their cones. So I'm thinking the business is just renting out driving maneuverability cones. And I told Andrea because I started like on a drive home from somewhere, like, okay, well, if we do cones and then we can do this and that, and then she's like, well, then we got to like have all these things or whatever. I was like, all right, well, then the business is just cones. That's our business. Just and then
Just cones.
Just cones.
You need maneuverability cones. Got it. You need sugar or waffle cones. We'll get those for you. Just start naming off all these cones.
Just
Dude,
cones.
speaking of driving,
Anyway, that's
great idea. I don't hate it.
we got to workshop it. We got to workshop it.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I signed up for the auto drive thing for my car. I don't drive my car anymore.
Jimmy, I think your microphone is crackling. Can you hear it at all?
I can. He's crackling.
How about now?
Yeah, it's still crackling. I don't know. It just started. It wasn't doing it at all.
Now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little crackly.
I don't know what's
think
going on.
You're gonna have to charge your daughters for a new mic, I think.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We didn't mention that if you were not watching this on YouTube, it is fairly crooked.
No.
Now we can't hear you.
No, go ahead. Say it again, Jimmy.
Test.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on. She's crackling.
Sorry,
Anyway,
guys. I'm just going to use these. Can you hear me?
it's your whole computer or something. Is it all of us?
Yeah, now you're crackling.
It just started.
Yeah.
I think
don't
I'm
hear any crackles.
Damn it.
I'm okay. I think I'm okay. No, we
I
all
I
right.
heard crackling just now with
What
you.
is happening? What is happening? No, Jimmy, hit mute for a minute. All right. If I'm talking, no crackling. Tyler has been talking. There's no crackling.
No crackling.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on. Jimmy, you can unmute yourself. Thank you for that experiment. I don't know what's happening.
So is it crackling even when I'm not talking?
Now you're good.
No, now you're good. Whatever
Yeah,
you did now, it's
I
fine.
unplugged my mic.
Okay.
So it must have been the mic. You're
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. We're all right. Hey, we're all right. Let's do it. We're good.
It's been a year, dude.
All right. Anyway, talk about your talking or your talking car, your self-driving
Yeah, dude. I don't drive anymore.
car at all.
No.
You do the full self drive. For
Full
those that don't
self-drive.
know, Jim has a Tesla, full self
So does
drive.
Tyler. But
I love. Oh wait, first of all, I love the way you both of you said it like it was the worst thing on the planet.
No, because that I feel like has changed in the last year, so I wanted to give.
Yeah,
the
it has. But the way you
wanted to give
said
the
it,
listeners the background that Jim has a Tesla.
It was so funny because right away, well, so does Jim. He's equally a shit person.
It's like shit talking each other. You do too.
but yeah, dude, I've got about a 30-minute commute, and when I go into the office, I throw that bad boy on and just let it rip. And
Damn.
it takes me all the way to the parking garage, and then I take over.
When we were down there with in Texas, you talked about how like every couple of months or something, like they let you like use it for free to check it out to see, and you never mentioned
I bought it.
I would imagine. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So you use the free and you're like, this is awesome. Are there levels to it as far as like, all right, how much you use it is based on, or it's just here's the price?
Here's the price. It's like $100 for the month, which is outrageous a little bit, but it's also like, all right, if I don't go out to dinner twice a month or once a month, like kind of pays for itself on that standpoint. But the nice thing too, cleared out. Oh my God. So my sister was here last weekend, cleared
Yeah.
out our garage at my mom's shit finally, which is another story. But so now both cars can park in the garage, but it's a little tight. So I can just hit a button on my car or on my phone and it pulls out so I don't have to like squeeze in between the two cars to like
Oh.
get into the spot. So it pulls out of the garage itself and then I can just hop right in and go. So
So
it's been nice.
all right. So like normally, like I'll say things to Andrea like, or Lillian needs this or Mateo needs that. I'm like, all right, I just won't eat lunch this week. You kind of went the opposite. You're like, no, I want all this fancy stuff for myself, and then our family won't go out to eat anymore.
Correct.
The only reason I said that is because I thought when you were saying that, I pictured George texting me because he'll text when he's listening to our episode and he'll like say a funny joke or whatever. And that's the joke I figured George would be saying, texting me
right now.
Yeah.
So
But that's cool. That's cool,
yeah.
man. It still seems terrifying to me. I saw this video of a Mustang being driven like by itself.
AI.
And the person is the video's AI. Are you?
It's weird because I saw the video all over the place for a minute
Yeah.
and then saw zero stories about it.
Yeah.
Like real like, hey,
News stories.
news stories. So that's why I'm like, hey, either the news isn't newsing or it's a fake story.
The news isn't newsing. It's not doing its job.
Well, let's see.
But yeah, I saw that too. I actually, what's crazy is I had a dodgeball, like we're in this corporate challenge thing. So Tuesday night I had to go to this dodgeball thing after work, Silver Place, no big deal. And on the way home, just did it all the way from there home, and it like dinged me because I picked up some like Wendy's on the way there, and I was like, I'll just eat this on the way driving back. And at once I like it kept warning me like, hey, you need to look up at the road, you need to like pay a little bit more attention. And I'm just kind of like, whatever. When I parked the car, it was like one of five strikes or whatever.
Oh, I heard about this. Yeah.
And then I think if you hit all five, they just take away the auto
Really?
drive thing
Yes.
because they want you like it really picks it up more. I would say like I've been not ding, but it will like mention something. If you're on your phone and you start like your eyes go down, it picks. It's like, hey, put your like eyes up. So legitimately, I just like stand there with my hands in my hand, like holding my hands to and just look in there and just kind of zone out, just stare forward while it's driving me.
So it looks like I'm
Wow.
paying attention, but I'm not. Not at all.
Yeah,
Just one of these, you're just like,
take that, Elon. Yeah,
all right.
yeah.
All right. It appears to
So-
be an actual. Yes, the Mustang is an actual thing that happened, according to Reddit and wherever ABC7 News is, because there's a YouTube video interviewing somebody about it. So,
Jim, I'm jealous. So I have a neighbor that he bought a Tesla like a month before me, and he has the fancier SUV one, and his came with the full self-drive, and he also like drives for work. So he told me like this was already now 2 or 3 months ago. He already put 12,000 miles on his car, and like
That's wild.
he drives a lot for work, and he told me he will literally like he's just like, yeah, I went to Omaha last week and it drove me the entire way there. And I was like,
So-
that is good usage of
so,
that.
so I have a question. If you seemingly can't eat while you're driving, they probably don't want you looking at your phone. What's the point of it? Like, if you can't do other things,
Great question. I will tell you, just in terms of like my mood and from drive, like when I get home from work and not having to deal with the traffic, the stop, the go, the like all this stuff, like I do not feel exhausted. Not exhausted, maybe not that, but like your mind's constantly. If you think while you're driving, you've got like a million things that you're having to pay attention to. Your car in front of you, car to the side, all this other stuff. So you're just like in the zone the entire time. I'm not. and it's just like you get home and it's just like there's no like I don't know how to explain it other than like it
I
it's
think fatigue is a
doesn't
good way to, yeah,
it
mental
doesn't feel
fatigue.
like you're driving it. Like it's just
Yeah.
kind of just it's the difference like if you're in the back like a passenger in a car versus
Yeah.
the driver. Like there's a difference I feel like that. But it's
You're more carefree just sitting in there, I guess.
yeah, and it's like even in the mornings too, like it's like you wake up and then all of a sudden you're like in this thing and you're going and it's just kind of like I kind of like ease into the morning more instead of like
Well, the
going
plant
65 miles an hour down, like making sure another car doesn't sideswipe me type of a thing.
the
So
plan is like they are going to do like what you're referring to, Lorenzo, would be not just full self-drive, but like passenger driven almost, like where you're not even engaging at all. And I think that's Elon's ultimate plan, is to turn it from full self-drive to, I forget what he calls
I
it,
mean,
but
Waymo does that, right?
yeah,
yeah,
Waymo does it. He has his Teslas in, I think it's Austin now, that have been approved to do it. Like where, yeah, you can just like if Jim and I own Teslas, we can literally rent out our Teslas. Like if they're just sitting at home, we could say, "Hey, go do Tesla trips for people in the area," and your Tesla then just drives itself home when it's done, and I get comped for that.
It's like a
So
Roomba.
yeah,
I
it's like
I
a
do not
Roomba
trust
for
it.
people.
I don't trust it that well. It's really good on stuff, but it's still for me. There's times where I'm like, especially like if there's construction going on and it's like things aren't like super clearly marked or like
Yeah,
different. Like there's still times where I'm like, I just feel more comfortable. I'll do this and throw it back on. So,
yeah, yeah.
but
It
I would say,
seems like to me like I would whenever like new things came out, I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna wait a little bit because I'm sure there's gonna be some bugs or whatever. Like, and I don't know how long this has been out, but it just seems like if
I
you're
think it's
worried
been
about
out
it, if you're
probably
worried
like five
about
or
it,
6 years now.
yeah, if you're worried about it, like going through a construction zone, are there? I don't know. It just seems like if you don't mind going 70 miles an hour, like what's the matter if you're going through a construction zone?
Well, it's more like what the cameras are picking up, right? So it
Yeah,
reads like your lines on the roads really well. It reads like other cars. What it sometimes has a hard time is like if the cones aren't like perfectly like aligned on there, and like all of a like it might, or there's a big space all of a sudden between one, and you're having to turn right, like it might think like, okay,
oh, God,
that's the entrance way to go through something.
yeah,
Theoretically, like I've never had that, but it's like there's some things where I'm like, this is not acting the way I want it to. The other part too, where it's just a little off, is like if it's sun setting or sun rising,
yeah.
then sometimes if it hits if the sun's directly in the camera, it will fuck with the camera that way. And then the other thing would be like if it's like crazy weather. So if it's raining really
Uh,
hard or whatever it is, I think sometimes they've had some issues where just because the visibility, like anyone, like
Yeah, but
we
you would
can't
have the,
see.
yeah, you can't see
Yeah.
either. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's where it's just kind of I want that's why I like the like I can take over and do some stuff if need be, but it's for work and stuff. It's my commute to work straight down a major road,
uh,
and it's just a straight shot. But there's a bunch of stoplights and there's a bunch of stuff over there, so it's just like okay, and it reads it all great. So
re- remember when I almost killed us driving your Tesla?
yeah, I wasn't sure if that was you or
No,
if that was
that was 100% me.
Trey's
You're,
uncle.
no, I was driving. You're like, oh shit, you're on the right side of the road. Go, go, go.
Yeah, I told him to turn. Were you with us, Ty?
No, I was riding
Oh,
with somebody else.
I believe it was.
yeah. I was like,
I think
turn.
Trey's uncle was in the back seat.
Yeah, I was like, all right, turn left here or something, and he
Yeah,
turned
it was
too
under a
late, I
bridge.
think. Or
It was under a bridge.
yeah,
It was too
instead of
quick.
there's like there's a yeah, is yeah. So, anyways,
Luckily,
I was like, why are those cars in front of us facing directly? I was like, just go, 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 because they were at a light. In
yeah, luckily they had a red light,
Oh,
which tells me that it's happened before, and they put those
And
lights
they
there to
plan
help.
that. Yeah, exactly. So that way two vehicles aren't traveling same speeds, high rate of speed at each other.
Yeah.
That's fun.
So
That's fun.
that
How do
was
you guys
good
feel,
times.
Jimmy? How do you feel about our friend Trey moving back to Ohio?
Uh, I was kind of bummed. I mean,
Sure.
I don't see him too much. I'll see him 4 or 5 times a year, maybe, but it's just like it's a nice little safety net there
Yeah. Yeah.
of people that you know that are right there. So that was a bummer, but you know, he still has to sell his house and do some stuff.
Mhm.
So and find another job. So he might be a roommate here if he sells his house and still is looking for another job. So he'll be down here for a little bit. So
Yeah.
um,
I asked him because Perrysburg is playing in Olentangy, which is probably like 25 minutes away from his house. I was like, hey, man, we're playing in Olentangy. If you want to come out to the game, I could probably get you and Riley and whoever on the field. He's like, oh, man, that'd be great. But I'm probably still going to be in Texas. So,
yeah.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
it was, you know, Kate really wanted to be back home, and
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
I picked that up for certain when last couple times we went down there and visited and stuff. She was making comments and she's just like, find Trey a job. We'll move back tomorrow. And I was just like, oh, okay.
I guess,
So,
but I guess it doesn't matter.
but I
Trey's
guess
still looking for a job.
job part might not matter. It's just we're moving back. So
Uh,
so
yeah. All right.
yeah, man, that's a big life change for them. Hopefully for them being around family and everything, it's makes things easier and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. The hardest part would be the kids going to school, but they're so young. Like it's a good time to, they can still, you know, counteract any movement of it. So, you know, Jim,
Yeah.
when we were down there, you took me to a kolache place.
Yeah.
And I reached out to that guy through Facebook and I called and left a message because I wanted him to come on the podcast, but he hasn't reached out to me. So if you ever go back in there, let
No
him know.
way. I'll Jake, I'll let him
Jake,
know.
yeah. I tried because it's interesting. It's another, you know, some person out in Texas, so it'd be cool to talk to him. But yeah, I tried a couple times, but you know, to no avail. So
His wife and my wife worked together at when they first started teaching.
oh, okay.
So I've known them for a while. So yeah, I'll shoot him. I don't think he's online like at all.
Okay. Yeah, I called the store and I had to leave it. Like I literally left a message with somebody.
Yeah, that's funny.
I love,
That's
dude.
funny.
If
probably
people
thought
don't
it was
know,
a prank.
probably, dude. I always that's my whole life going to Texas. I never I didn't even know what a kolache was, and then I think the first time I had them when we all went to Austin together,
Yeah.
you took us to a little carry out, and that's the only time I ever get them is when I'm with you because I don't know where any are. So
I don't think they make them. I mean, they have. I grew up like in Ohio and stuff. You'll see like the other like the fake kolaches ones where it's just like a hot dog inside of like some dough or whatever, maybe at a donut shop or something, but not like the like full like, hey, here's 50 different flavors of
yeah.
different fillings, or you could savory or sweet or whatever. So
What would you if someone didn't know what a kolache was? How would you describe it? Because my initial
it's
thought was like a hot pocket, but way better. But I just because there could be meat, cheese inside, there could also be desserty type stuff.
yeah. So there's ones that are like fully enclosed, so it's about the size of like a Hawaiian roll, I would say.
Yeah,
And then it's like but just like hollow that out with just like bread, just regular bread, and then it's either some of them have like egg, sausage, cheese inside of them, or egg, bacon, cheese, whatever you want to put, and they're like little donut looking things. Some of them have it where like a cream cheese and like a strawberries or like
mm-hmm.
cherry or whatever Nutella,
Blueberry.
like, and you put it like on top of it, and it's more of like a little pastry thing. So um, they're good. Not
They're
the
awesome.
healthiest thing in the
Yes.
world, but delicious.
It's I don't even know what that truck stop is, but it's like you said, you know, there's two different sides to the highway. One is like they're rivals basically, and it was cool because like that trip to Austin that Lorenzo was saying we got off on our way to hit up one side, and then on the way back, we hit up the other side and compared the two.
West Texas.
West Texas, yeah.
Yeah.
If you're ever in the West Texas area, listeners,
But not west of the state. There's a city called West
Texas,
which is south of Dallas.
not to be confused with the actual West Texas.
It sounds so confusing, especially to the people that don't know directions.
Yeah. So
Wait, what?
West Texas is south of Dallas, in between Dallas and
Could you imagine asking for directions? I'm looking for West Texas. Oh, that's easy. You just head west. You're like, nope, it's actually south of Dallas.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. What else, guys? It's been the year. Oh, we were mentioning the dash trip. I've been meaning to email everyone because I found a place. But I just haven't done anything with it because I know it's not going to get booked. It'd be free for us and it'd be a good time. But I'm still working on it. So don't lose hope. 2026 dad trip is still on. I just haven't officially done anything. So
nice. Where is it?
Northern Michigan.
Northern Michigan. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Sweet. Sweet.
I drove 16 hours in U-Haul last weekend.
Oh, gross. Wait, where and why?
So shout out to my wife. She graduated officially, Dr. Hutchison. No big deal.
How does that make you feel?
Great, dude. I wish the lowest paid doctor in probably the
So there's going to be
States.
another degree in the background there.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah,
it's on its way.
Yeah.
So she walked Friday. So my sister flew in Thursday, and then Friday we had to close out. There was one bank account that wouldn't let me. That was my mom's. So they wouldn't let me close it out. They had to have myself and my sister there, which I don't think was correct. But that's kind of the way that they said it had to be on there. So.
Yeah, isn't one of you
anyways,
I would imagine one of you would be power of attorney for that kind of stuff, right? Or is that go away when she's passed?
It was payable upon death. Like there was stuff on one of his accounts. So they were like, well, I'm like, can we just mail her a check? Can we whatever? And they're like, no, we need to have there's a big issue, whatever. I was like, okay. So I was like, come down here, like go to the graduation. And then rent a U-Haul. I'll load it up because I had a bunch of my mom's shit. That was my sister was like, I'll take this, I'll do that. Like it's like okay. And it's just been sitting in our garage. So my mom passed away February last year, and she told me that it would be out by April of last year. So we were good like a year and a half of just like, okay, what's going on here? And she's got 2 young kids, so like I get it. It's not the easiest thing in the world for her to do that. So I was like, okay, if you're coming down here, let's rent a U-Haul. We'll pack it. I'll drive it to Columbus with you. And then, so did that Saturday. Woke up at 4 a.m., got in around 9 p.m. And then
sent the classic text that Jim got himself LVAC in Columbus. Yeah. He literally made it a point to. There were no words. It was just his picture of his meal, and I knew exactly where he was.
She lives right down the street from one in Columbus. So
man.
Like midway through, like not midway, but a couple hours into the trip after the sun came up, I was like, okay, because you have nothing to do but think in these things. And it's just like
I was gonna ask you how it was with your sister. Yeah.
It was so the downside is there was no like aux cord. There was no none of that. It was just AM FM radio. So I had a cup holder at the center console. So I just kind of threw my phone in that and just kind of like project through the car. But it's the insulation in it's so loud anyway. It's just like you could barely make out what was going on. So
anyway, you're saying 2 hours once the sun came up.
Oh yeah. So anyway, I started like in my head, I'm like, well, we could do lunch probably like around St. Louis area. And then I'm like, okay. And then from there, we're looking 8 or 9 hours. Like, oh shit. Hey, Google how late El Vaquero is open till. She's like, it's open till 10:30. I was like, perfect.
And then you floored it just to make sure.
So my brother-in-law actually ordered it, and it was like got it like as soon as we walked in. It was just like waiting there for me.
Waiting,
Nice.
marinating in its own
So
sauce.
hammered that, fellas, like slept on the couch that night, woke up for an 11 a.m. flight, and came back to Texas. So
Ooh.
Yeah, that's what I told him. He told me that plan, and I was just like, dude, that's a lot of driving, and that's
Yeah.
no like relaxation the next day. You're just heading right back home. And he's like, yep, that's the plan. Whew.
and I was in Nashville Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday that week as well. So it was like
You're everywhere.
traveling quite a
Yeah.
bit that last week. So it's yeah, dude, it was an interesting. I drove the entire time. I did not trust my sister.
Damn.
Well,
So-
it is one of those things too. Like if you don't feel comfortable having somebody else drive and they're driving, then you don't get rest anyway because you're tense and you feel like you're watching,
Right.
you're looking, you're the test of self drive. You're like, yo, look up. Like, you're paying. That's one strike, Beth. We're switching to shit.
Exactly. And the thing caps out at 75 miles an hour, so it's like you're approaching a big line of semis, and it's just like, all right, let me get over on the side here, and it's like you're barely passing them, but you're just like, whatever, I need to get around them.
Floor it. It is floored.
I was just saying, my dad had a truck that this is years ago, probably when we were in high school. He would take a truck, and when he would drive down to Texas, and he would have it floored the entire time because it was going like 70.
So it's just like, no.
Yeah.
But hey, I'm glad we got it done.
Now let me ask you this. It's probably a little personal, but we've been friends for a while. How do you feel now that I'm going to say there's still some of your mom's things there, but most of your mom's stuff is gone?
It's fine.
Was all the stuff that you guys were moving out, was all the stuff just like nonsense?
It was mostly, I mean, there was like a vanity thing that my mom had since we were growing up that like was there. But I am not we need to keep stuff to keep stuff. Like if it's going to sit there, I'd rather get rid of it. So even if it's great that it was like my great aunts or some shit. Like we're just gonna stare at it and have it take up space. So I am not one of those. So it was a lot of just like it was a lot of pictures, it was a lot of clothes, it was like just random shit that she came through and like was like, I want this and that, whatever. It's like, okay, fine. So the apartment though is still, it hasn't really changed. It's emptied out more, I would say, but like all the furniture and stuff was all like my mom's stuff that was there, but it's not like it was like doesn't fit, like it was bought for that room anyways. So it all goes there. But no, there's I would rather just like get rid. Let me put it this way: if we were to move tomorrow, 95% of the shit in our house would probably just be trashed. So I don't like to keep stuff.
What's the one thing? Like if you had to be like, hey, this is the, like if someone said you only get one thing to keep from your mom or your dad, like is there one thing you can think of, like, yes, I got to make sure I have that with me?
Yeah, so I mean, and there's small stuff. So I have like my dad's watch. I still have that, and like a pocket knife that he had. And then like I actually have my dad's wedding ring is my wedding ring now. So because I lost my initial ring when we were in a lake. But so use that one. And then like for my mom's stuff, there's a perfume bottle that's empty, but she had like a big perfume bottle collection. So, and that it's inside my dresser. It's not even like on display, but it's just kind of like off to this, like this little thing here. So, but yeah, that's really about it.
And I think the reason I asked too is because my parents they're going to be 70 in a few years, and you don't think about it, right? Like, because you obviously lost both your parents, and it's something you're either dealing with or dealt with. And for me, I don't think about it because they're there, and you know, and like if something were to happen tomorrow, like I was like, okay, just that question of what if someone's like, hey, you only get one thing. Like it's tough, man, because my dad has like all these things and like just looking at things. And I'm sure maybe at one point that was for you too. You're like, oh man, yeah, this is cool. That's cool. And after a while, like you said, it's just sitting there. And then you realize like, well, this just been sitting here. It's not that,
Yeah,
maybe it's not that
it's just
important, you know?
stuff, right? Like
Mhm.
for me, it's like the little things, like it's clear memories of certain things that I have with
Mhm.
them, and so it's like that's great. And it's like if it doesn't give you that type of joy seeing it, and it's just like, oh, this thing's here. Like I don't know what people do with like a lot of like dining tables, right? Where it's like, oh,
Yeah.
this is my. It's like, okay, I feel like dining tables and stuff are so like house specific and like, oh, they have to
Mhm.
be able to fit this room. But you go into some people's house and it's like, oh, this is my grandparents like dining room set, and it's just like, and it looks completely awkward. It doesn't go with like, it's just like there's this thing. It's like, okay, like yeah, you have it. It's filling up that space. Is it? Does that make you think like? Is that like, hey, we always had kitchen or we had Christmas like dinners around this thing, so it makes me think of that or
Mhm.
whatever. But if it doesn't, I'd be like, now we're just keeping stuff to keep stuff, and that's
Yeah.
where it's nice too having my mom move down here initially. She got rid of a bunch of shit. And then, like, when she moved back in with me, when my sister was here, is like, we went through a lot of stuff and we're just like, what's important, what's not,
Yeah.
who are people who aren't like, what are these things? Because we didn't want to throw away something and be like, oh, well, there is actually some value here or whatever. So,
You know, and,
um,
and maybe it's a generational thing too, because I know like even Andrew's mom like has here's this china set, or here again this dining room table, or here's
yeah,
this big clock, or here's this thing. And I remember my parents, this was several years ago, my parents had these bins, and they're like, hey, when you come over for Christmas, go through these plastic bins and let us know what you want out
What
of
you
it.
want to keep. Yeah.
Yeah, and we went through them, and we only wanted like 5% of the stuff was in there, and then they didn't get mad, but they're like, "No, you didn't do it right. Like we're still gonna hold on to stuff. Like you asked, it's our stuff. You asked us what we wanted. We took the stuff we wanted. Get rid of the rest of the stuff." But
Yep.
yeah,
maybe it's a generational thing where it's just like,
I
yeah,
think it is. Yeah. So my grandfather's still living, but my grandmother passed away now 2 Decembers ago. But anyway, so the update was that grandfather finally sold his house, and so we did an estate sale for him, and so he's like off living in an assisted living facility. But like it was so weird because like you could even tell the stuff didn't even have sentimental value to him really
mm,
because he wasn't even there for the sales and stuff. And so I ended up taking a week off of work in June and helped with that estate sale. But to your guys' point of like what we're talking about, it is interesting, like all the stuff that it like brings back memories, but at the same time, it's like Jim said, do I want their dining room table? No, like that's just not that's just not something that I would do. So if anything, going through that process also like made me think like, man, I got to downsize because like I don't want somebody having to do that for me like when I go. So man, yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
But
crazy, crazy, crazy.
I just I know I have too much stuff. So every chance I get to like get rid of some stuff, I do. It's difficult. Um, but but for the same thing, Ty, like, okay, we don't need all this stuff around, you know, and even in some cases I'll tell my siblings or my parents, like, hey, I'm gonna get rid of this thing that was grandpa's or grandma's or whoever. Do you one of you want it? Because they might want it is more than I do, you know. Also, though, like there are spaces I have things where it's not in the way. So like I have my garage shelves are lined with my grandpa used to build a bunch of little things and sell them, and it's just lined with his things. Like right now, it's not in the way. It's not doing anything. So they're just
Yeah.
gonna be sitting up there, but they're gonna be sitting up there for forever, you know. So
Yep. Yeah.
yeah, Jimmy, dog, your dog,
Jim
all right?
Jim's dog.
he muted everything.
our neighbors just like want to know when my daughter is available at 24/7,
Oh, I
365.
think we talked
Like,
about this when we were over there. Yeah,
yeah,
Hey, they're friendly. What are you
Sticks
gonna
his
do?
head right in the window, and the dog's going nuts, like right at his face, and it's just like,
Do your kids ever? Not even that particular child, but anybody that comes over and they're like, tell them I'm not here.
yeah, oh she does. They're young. I mean, they're quite a bit younger, but it'll be interesting because their house is for sale right now.
Mm.
So when they move, like,
That will go
eh,
away. Yeah.
well, that, but just I'm interested to see how the youngest one deals with that. So
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
because
Do
they
You can call back. Here's
all
my number.
summer, yeah, all
you,
summer they just
let me ask
over.
you this, because you guys
Uh,
both have older daughters now, or somewhat older daughters, but do your daughters get on like FaceTime or anything and just sit there and not talk to their friends? Just so like they're on like a FaceTime call, but they're not really communicating like with their friend on FaceTime. They're just sitting there to almost like hang out and be with them, even though they're not
Oh yeah, dude.
talking. Okay.
Roadblocks, and then they do FaceTime
Okay. All
and
right.
like with a
yeah.
group of them, and
Okay.
it's just
Yeah.
like dress to impress and all this other bullshit. Like, yes.
So yeah, we
So
just got back from vacation. The reason I'm asking this story is we just got back from vacation, and it felt like we had taken one of these girls with us because every single time, like we were on a bus ride, between parks, or we were, like waiting to have dinner somewhere. Every single time I look over and Livy's on the phone with like her friend Kaysen, and I love
So
Kaysen,
not
but
not in
but I
that
was like,
instance.
Case, and it felt like you were on vacation with us the whole time.
I would say my kid, like, she only does that like I'm pretty strict. Like, hey, if there's other people in the room, like,
yeah.
you need to be in, or no, that's not how we do this. You're not going to be having other conversations on the phone with other people. Walk into another room or do something else. So
But
yeah.
yeah, Mateo, Lillian doesn't do that, but Mateo, um, if we let him, he'll be on a call with anywhere between one and four other kids from the time they get home from school until it's time to go to bed. And the whole time they're just talking, playing video
There's
games,
talking
chatting,
and playing video
whatever.
games. Okay. So this
Uh,
is just like the new norm then. Like,
very much
okay.
so. It's same thing though. Like, all right, it's dinner time. Tell him to call him back. Like, let's eat.
Yeah.
Or like if we were on vacation, if like he knows now, like his phone will ring and he'll just look at me and he won't answer it because he knows like, look, we're together somewhere. You're not going to do that right now.
Yeah.
But no,
Yeah.
it is.
I
They
had
do
my
that.
limits. Yeah, I had my limits at vacation, but there was times that again, like we weren't doing anything. Like we were riding a
Yeah,
bus
yeah.
again, like somewhere, or waiting to have dinner somewhere. And so yeah, I was like, yeah, that's fine. So
They also do not care that us as parents can hear them.
yes.
Because
Correct.
like I can hear one of Mateo's best friends, I can hear his mom in the background like saying something to him, we're like, hey, you got to make sure you do this or pick up your dirty underwear, like whatever, and they just don't care. We know
They don't
so
care.
much. We know so
Yeah.
much, and I'll talk to that kid's parents and like, yeah, we just know so much about you guys just from listening to things in the background. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
it's
that's
yeah,
yeah,
that
they do it
that
all the time.
that's a development over the last year, I'd say, for me personally. Was Livy is doing that for sure, like a lot now, where calls, FaceTimes, and like you said, they're on the FaceTime, but they're playing games together.
Yeah,
This was kind of funny too. So one of the days on vacation, in the middle of the night, like Livy was like talking in her sleep, and the only thing we heard that like audibly was something along the lines of, Kaysen, I don't have any more money, we can't buy that game, or something like that. So like it's so bad that their conversations about like buying stuff on the game are carrying over to like her sleep. So
well,
uh
even last night we had Mateo's friend. We took him to a Mud game. We ended up leaving because it rained a lot, and then we went to my parents' house and hung out for a little bit. We dropped his friend off, and he goes, "All right, Jackson, I'll call you in 10 minutes." Like
yeah,
we were just with them for like 4 hours.
yeah. uh so we got home from vacation on Friday at around 1 or 2 o'clock, and Livy had already planned out like that Kaysen was going to come over to her mom's house that night. They're going to have a sleepover, Livy was gonna get up and go to Kaysen's hair appointment with Kaysen. I was just like, oh my God, like this is this is a lot. Good times.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, anything else before we head out? If not, we'll have to. Again, I can't put a timetable on this thing. Whatever we decide we'll be together, we'll be together.
Yes.
Lorenzo, I feel like I'll see you more for sure now, just because
Yeah.
we'll be bumping into each other for the next at least 3-4 months during games. So
Yeah. Also, I think we usually go out to eat after Friday night football games. Not every
oh,
time.
and the stats guys welcome.
I believe the stats guy would go last time. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I
And
don't.
we'll see.
I don't know about you, Tyler. don't invite your friend Tyler. He's weird as hell.
He's weird as fuck. All right. Well, guys, thanks again for coming on here. Thanks for making the time. Like I said, I did text our super fans. Thanks to superfan George, superfans Megan, and superfan what's the last one? Scott. Yeah, Scott listens. Yeah,
Scott
Scott's a super fan.
listens.
Yeah, he'll like that.
My,
He'll like that.
my sister will ask when are we doing this quite a bit.
Yeah, super fan Rachel, super
Surprise,
fan
Beth.
all these super fans. Yeah, yeah. Next time you're in a U-Haul, you need to listen on the phone. You can listen to this on the phone.
It's a
That's
great
right.
episode for that.
You guys should have just put earbuds in and listened to your own thing for 16 hours.
You shoot me in the face. No.
All right, guys. Well, should we do dad jokes before we leave? Do you have any dad jokes loaded? Anything?
I like always. I didn't
Jimmy
come
just says
prepared.
no.
Yeah, I did not come prepared for a dad joke.
I googled Tesla jokes since we talked a lot about Teslas.
Hit me. What is it?
Who solved the mystery of the stolen Tesla? Sherlock Ohms. It's a electricity joke there.
Ohms.
OHMS Ohms. No, nobody.
I don't get it.
All right.
It's falling flat.
Well, the other one. I
On
won't say
that
the other.
note, we should have left early.
No,
we should have
not now. We got to suffer through these. How about this? What did a German boy say after pushing his brother out of a Tesla? Look,
This
mom.
seems very inappropriate.
Look, mom. No Hans.
That's funny.
I don't think that qualifies as a laugh if you just go, "That's funny," without making eye
Well, it's
contact with me.
I'm trying to read some I'm trying to read some Tesla dad jokes now. They're all bangers. I'll say it that way. What's a Tesla owner's favorite kind of music? Current hits.
See, a lot of electricity.
A lot of electricity.
Well,
I was going to be like electric jazz or something like that. But
that's 2 on the nose. It's got to be a pun. It's got to be a pun.
yeah.
All right.
Jim, this is for you because you have autopilot or whatever. Well, you have full self-driving. What do you call a Tesla on autopilot? A chauffeur that doesn't talk back.
That's not even a joke.
That's what
Chauffeur
it's
really
on here.
shouldn't talk back. You're
All right,
paying somebody to yeah, no.
Why don't Tesla owners have road rage?
Why, Ty?
Their cars won't let them.
Wait,
It's the worst.
How is that a joke? How is that
the
a
worst
joke?
joke?
It's just an ad for Tesla.
All right, how about this? This is for everybody. Why do blondes like the Tesla Model S? Because they can spell it. Boom.
Oh,
Couldn't they do that with the Model 3 or
why?
Model Y?
Model Y, the Model X, the Model S.
I'm just telling you what the joke said. Everyone loves blonde jokes, no? Are those still in?
Yes.
Dude, you just got us canceled so hard.
Because of that?
Yeah, if anything, we would get canceled from the early topic on lawn care. I think that would probably get us canceled.
Now, again,
Spitting facts.
if we get canceled, then we have listeners. So I think we'll be okay. I think
that would be a big step for us, actually, if we did get canceled.
If we get negative
Next
reviews.
pod we get so
we just go so over the top with all comments. It's all 6 people listening.
Oh, 3 different dads got canceled before they even made it. A retrospective. All right. Has been so long. Does anybody how do we end the podcast? Do we know? Do we remember?
This has been 3 different dads.
I don't know.
We would just thank
Love
our
you guys.
listeners and love you guys, and that's it. Signing
Okay.
off.
Also, it has almost been exactly 2 years, and Jimmy still owes me $100. So this has been 3 different dads.